Hello people YouTube, it's Dalton back with another video. It's really just me sitting in my garage. I got off work about 3 hours ago. I am tired. But just show you some parts of my truck that aren't the best. Like the cab corners are pretty bad. I am gonna get new ones. Locker panels, usual problem. But yeah. I got this stereo with speakers and everything for free. So I had to raid it out of their house. But that over there is like a weed eater with an engine, like one of those push ones. Needs a gas tank. It has electric start on it ones. But yeah. I'm gonna go grab my tripod, set you guys up on it, and I'm gonna just clean up some more junk. Oh, and the thing I want you guys to see is you might say, well, those welds don't look too good. I did weld it, but I didn't weld it hot enough. But I also don't clean stuff up with the grinder. I just chip it off. Rear winch. My support broke down there, which is kind of, and I need to drill a breather hole for my hole for the rear end, and this also loose. But I do have something that I could put on here that's from a Craftsman tractor. This Craftsman tractor was a heavy duty tractor that came out of it. Very heavy duty. And I have the back plate on it from it. The big thick rear plate. So I was thinking, what if I bolt it or weld it onto there? That would be cool, right? But let me get the tripod. It's not really a tripod, it's my homemade design thing. Move the tractor forward. Getting dark outside. Birds are chirping. Okay. Let's see. I think I want it right about there. So let's see if I can get steady. I'm loosening this thing up. I also have to get on my boots. Because I'm walking in here barefoot. I don't know why. What advice? Never walk in your garage barefoot. I don't know why I'm doing it. Tell you what though, this boot is always the one that gives me trouble, the left boot. It's the heel of the boot. There we go. Got it on. Whew. Alright. Sad part is, I had to take it off for tonight when I go in the house. Alright. Grab one of the radios. This is my nice radio, so I have my stereo out here now. So now I'm bringing this one back into my house. Now, set on the hood of my truck. I put some toolbox liner on top of the hood for the moment, so I don't scratch it any more than it already is. Ugh. Okay. I still work. It's my little second foot thing. Oh yeah, it still works. It's try to remove dents. You put it on something, and then you go try to pop out the dents. But this is pretty thick metal on this old truck. Guessing they made these more for like newer cars that have the thinner metal. Yeah, something like that. Something I ain't sad about the other day, my torch fell off and the tip broke. Don't know how that happened. Dropped this thing a couple times, never broke. But I do have a spare one, so I'll probably just change it out to that. One thing I'll say about these torches, these propane torches, you know, like bonfire with or something, you need to unscrew the top off of it each time after you get through using it. Because if your top goes bad, then you go to a garage smelling like propane. This is cool. It's a toy. I'm 14, you know, but I like collecting my old toys. Old Gravedigger toy. This ain't aluminum. That's rock metal. Really heavy duty. I'm just gonna set it. Alright. Piece of metal, pretty thick. Out of my way somewhere. Oh, John Deere. I know where to put this. Dude, if it works, for the tractor. Alright. I don't think it's gonna work on this receiver, but you can see. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not gonna work. I mean, it sure does look cool. Again, this ain't no John Deere. It's a Simplicity heavy duty drive. Tell you what, in Ohio, it's supposed to get up to 100 next week. Tell you what, it's gonna be terrible. Skills out. My dad mowed the yard today. He got his truck back home. This green one right here is the one who broke down in Shelby at the Duke and Dutchess. Yeah, don't mind that. But it has some wiring issues. Yeah. I think I'm gonna open up my garage door back up. I did work on it some more, seeing if I could get it working up and down. I greased up everything again. Yeah, it looks better. Big box of scrap metal. Well, not scrap, it's good thick metal. Old piece of headliner for my truck, off of my truck. And I say, what happened to why do you replace the headliner? Well, the headliner was already falling off, and besides, we already had almost a brand new piece. Basically brand new. No stains on it or anything, so why not? My workbench is finally lined up in a row, like I wanted. Some of the speakers, ATV front, and all that. I need to work on this. I changed the oil in it. It's good. One thing I will say on these Chevy rims right here, if you want them looking nice, wash them real good. Take a let me go grab one. Wash them real good with soap and everything. Then get yourselves one of a box of these Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. They are good for dirt bike fenders and everything, getting your boot marks off, but they're awesome for anything. They'll last you about a couple times, but I did that, and then any rust parts on it, like on the back and the front, I took a wire brush on a drill too, and as you can see, they look awesome. I mean, this is what they used to look like, and dirty as ever. Yeah. Time for me to pick up some more parts. All this junk I have on my floor. A lot of it's not even junk, it's good. It's my nice tools. It's just, you know, they just never get put away. It's not American made. Oh wait, yes it is. USA. So this is the USA toolbox. Anything that's made in the USA goes in here. That's Taiwan. Taiwanian. I just throw Taiwan in there. Okay, let's see what this is. Ooh, this goes to my husky set. Let's go on the creeper. Oh, this is a nice creeper. It's not new. It's always good to get the ones with the headrests. They have the new ones that fold up, you know. Get under here. I say, why do you want to need the truck to your toolbox? Well, oh yeah, one toolbox there. Well, you know, I use it a lot. I just keep it in one place usually. Yeah, let's see. 10. Huh. My little. These Husky sets. They are awesome. They have a warranty. You strip one of your sockets out, your wrenches out. You can replace it. They have lifetime warranty. I mean, it's amazing, these sets. You have, though, you can't just go there and say, hey, you lost one. I know it didn't come with one, but yeah. I'll show you later what I used to get all my thick rust off my truck. It's nothing, you know, crazy. I didn't use, you know, but, I didn't use Pour 15. I just used regular thick black paint. I'll probably go over the whole truck again, whole frame and everything, you know. I fixed any rust spots under the cab, if there's any rusty spots, or rusty looking spots. I cleaned them up and I painted some black on them. So eventually, the whole truck would get painted anyway. Until you pay attention to this. This is all my junk in this box. There we go. Old glove. Boxing gloves. Don't ask me what this is for. I couldn't. Well, hang on, it hasn't. This was like a gas can holder or something. Let's scrap that. We'll just cut it off and use it as an arrow. Oh, this is something a lot of people should have. It's a Craftsman strap wrench. Good for oil filters and everything. Yeah. Sorry if my videos end up being really long. I'm not professional at all. I do hope to soon go buy a real camera to use. I've said this before. I am no wizard at electronic stuff. I basically hate the internet and everything. I don't hate the internet. I hate trying to figure stuff out. It doesn't work for me. Though there's a closer look at that thing. You might say why I'm keeping those Craftsman fenders. Well, I plan to at some point extend that simplicity back 2 more axles. Make 1 more axle for drive and another axle so I could put a full dump bed on it and then put another set of steering on the front. Another reason why I have that Craftsman LT1000 steering. Because I think I can make 2 steerings on the front and 2 drives on the back. I have a 4-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive tractor for, you know, for yard work. And I do plan to some point take that transmission out and lock it. I will, like, video that when I plan to do it. But, you know, right now, the most important thing right now in my garage is cleaning up my garage and getting the foot throttle put on that tractor. And if it works good, I'm gonna just do Felix front. He usually just uses a bicycle throttle, a brake cable. So that's what I end up doing for my other ones, cause well, I like having a throttle cable. You know, you might say, hey, you know, leaf springs. Is there anything different about these leaf springs on my truck? These are not original. These are the original top ones, but not the original bottom ones. These actually came out of a Suburban, which had 2 extra leaf springs on it. So it'll make my back a little bit stiffer for my hauling firewood and stuff, and a little bit stronger. You know, so if I find out that it's not stiff enough for hauling firewood, I'll just, you know, drop the rear end back out. It's not that hard, and add 2 more leaf springs, though. Another leaf spring, you know, to the pack right here. Yeah. Let me get back out of here. Oh, one thing I've learned, if you're working under one of these trucks, always, if you have it, even if it just jacked up, always put a jack stand under it on both sides. And make sure they're pretty tight against the frame. Oops. You know, don't be silly and just not put it under there. Do that. Oh, and also if you take your drive shaft out of your truck, make sure to put a bag over it. So if any of the gear dope starts leaking out, it'll leak into the bag, not over your floor. And I do plan to put a full exhaust on my truck. Well, I guess it's not going to be a full exhaust. It's not going to go out the back. I plan for it to come out right before where the bed and the cab meets. Under that way, take the pipe off the manifolds. And this is not my dream car. This is going to be a car that truck. I ain't gonna say truck. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna call it a car. But it's gonna be is something I can go putt around in, have fun, go mudding every once in a while, maybe drive it to school and back. I would love to have a '69 El Camino. It does have to be that year if I get it. Because 69 is the best year, or the very first ones, or 69 are the two that is the best. Yes, you can say for me, that look the best. The 80s, 70s, and 80s, not as much. They kind of changed up the grill design. But, yeah. Let me get it. And don't think that was on there. It is on the other side a little bit better, but it was on there, and I decided to take it off. See, you know, how bad it is. The new cab corners go up to here, I think. So I'll cut them so they go right here, and I'll cut all this. I'll take all the loose stuff off, you know, whatever that is, and this. Either I'm going to take it to a professional shop, or I will do it myself. Just whatever I have time for, you know. This video is just a my life video. It's just what's going on in my life. That's what all my videos are at the moment. Because I'm still cleaning up my garage for my birthday party. I'm going to have a birthday party this year. And, well, may as well have my garage nice and clean for it. So, you know. But I do want to tell you guys something. that transmission, the high and low, works off of a pulley system, like an MTD does. This one, the high and low, works off of inside the transmission. I've always thought, well, wouldn't it be cool? Well, if this transmission ever went out in this tractor, which I hope it don't, it's a way heavier duty transmission. If it ever went out, I'd swap that one into it, and then, put like a handle coming out like right there or something. And I would thought I could have such a low gear. So if I would want to do tractor pulling with this, which I eventually want to do, I could have such a low gear for tractor pulling. I mean, I might barely ever get, I'd be able to work. I might be able to put the transmission in high gear and the pulley system in low, be able to start pulling off, and then since this works off of belt drive, whatever the clutch is, a position of the clutch. You can see how it moves while I move this. I could pull up on that, change it into high gear if I just need to start going a little bit faster, and just pull away. Now, I do plan to put a mowing deck on this. It's not my tractor, but I do plan. I have a 55-inch deck off of a Craftsman tractor that I hope to put on this. So I have a spare tractor for mowing. So if I have to, I can just slap a belt on this or something like or slap a mowing deck on the bottom of this and go ahead and mow the yard if I need to. It's a 16-horse twin industrial, and it's a industrial commercial engine cast iron block bore. It is a heavy tractor, a very heavy engine. It's now say those are snowblower tires. You need to make sure if you take snowblower tires, put them on your tractor, and you do not put bushings in them, you need to make sure you keep them greased. And so you don't warp your spindles. You have to make sure the inside of the spindles and everything don't have any little shards of metal on it, and it just destroy your spindles. So that's something you guys need to make sure of. I am getting rid of this because it is not needed. So, wow, scrap metal bucket. Oh, you might say, why did I just put these on my Simplicity? They look a lot better than I was dry rotted. These are my dad's tractor tires. I keep them in here just in case I do have a blowout on that one. They're just a spare tire. These off the Craftsman I tore apart, so are those. And those tires that are muddy down there, those ones are actually the original Simplicity tire. And, obviously, as I change them out for a tractor tread, I do a lot of work around my house. But, gas can right here. I can go put that in this garage. I have all that wood to stack eventually. I don't get much time to do a lot of stuff I want. Sunday is the only day I get off. Because my dad's truck broke down, he wasn't able to get to Glenn's. Bless me. He wasn't able to get to Glenn's Surplus. Great store, go buy stuff from them. A lot of tractor parts, but The hours are kind of messed up right now, so I wasn't able to get my brake pads. Aha! There's my impact. Here's the 55-inch mowing deck. That tractor down there has is one of my dad's tractors. This one has a grass catcher, all the other ones do, but that tractor down there has a bad steering on it. And if you know anything about these Craftsman steerings, they suck if they're not the second generation steering. So, you know, and so the teeth stripped out on it. My dad's trying to get parts for it, but it has a 50-inch mowing deck, which we use around our pond so we can get in and get all the grass around it. I want to say again, though, my friend Carter Neff, he watches my videos. He's kind of a big supporter on my channel. He subscribes, everything that's happening, but, yeah. Oh, and might say how I mounted these. This is a 2,500-pound winch by Badlands Winches. You can get them at Harbor Freight. I got both of these winches 3 years ago. Oh, because they were having a big sale on these, and it's easy. These come with just a wireless remote. They have one flaw though. When you push the button, they'll go down a certain height. They don't just when you push the button, they just don't start and stop. They go down a certain height, which I kind of hate, but it's what I gotta have. Well, what you do is you connect the motor wires to there. They have it red. Green is power. There's the red wire. Black is black. Mount your box somewhere. It's safe. Out of the way. I mounted mine there. Just out of the way. I kind of like how these Simplicities have kind of like a trunk area. Yeah, but then you hook everything up to the battery. You make sure that coil stays on ground, from hitting any metal. I have two of them, you can see. If that hits metal, it will ground out and it might destroy your winches. So, you have to be careful. If anybody does, though, have a mint condition Simplicity hood for one of these tractors, please send me a text or whatever on YouTube, because I would love to have a nice one for this tractor. You can see this seat, the original, and it's a little worn out. And I made this and everything on there. If you want to know what this is, this is parts of a pedal exercise bike. This Craftsman right here, it has an 18 horsepower or twin, really good engine, love it. Briggs & Stratton. It's a drag tractor, by the way. The mud tractor has a 17.5 horse single cylinder engine. Done a lot of upgrades to this tractor. Ammo box, which I need to repaint. I repainted this bar a little bit. I will finally tell you guys what is under this tarp. I guarantee you nobody has figured it out. But this is something I hope to start. Mowing deck's over there for it. Well, let me get some junk off it. Seatbelt, put it on that. That's going to get a full roll cage. So if I flip it, I don't have to worry it. Alrighty, I do keep this covered up. I want it to stay nice. No dents in it at all. So the back fenders. It is kind of taken apart. There's that. When I say, was it one of those Pinto mowers or something like that? No, it's not like Pinto. Starts with an S. I forgot I put a bungee cord on some of this. Alright. This is a 1965 Stallion and Twin 8 Polar SSA. I think that's right. A Polaron tractor. It is in very good condition. Very good. Wow, this is going to be a show tractor. I'm going to restore it back to its former glory. I do have stuff covering up the engine. Right now, the engine does run. The original carburetor was trashed. This is a carburetor for a Murray engine. I had bought a spare one for that, ended up not needing it. I'll show you what's wrong with the original one, but it does not have lights, but it has perfect. I was thinking either restore the whole tractor back to its former glory, or do a patina. But I think I'm gonna take pictures of all these paint jobs and stuff. This is paint. This ain't stickers. So, take pictures, take the measurements and everything, and then sandblast. Went to sandblast or buy one and sandblast it. The whole thing. The only part of this whole tractor, yeah, like the exhaust. The only part of this whole tractor that is bad is the back fenders. I don't have much light. The back fenders of this thing are pretty bad. See if I can find a flashlight. Grab one. Here one. Both sides. This does have a tow hitch. The brake on this tractor is nothing like you've ever seen. It has a wooden brake. It is a chain drive tractor. But, see, the back fenders are pretty smashed. The back tires and everything are good. But, it is 6-speed. It has a safety seat. Pull the pin, it flips forward. There's the pulley for it. But look at the dashboard on this thing. This thing was kept under a tarp, not in a barn. It was just kept in a tarp. Everything is so well preserved. Linkages, everything. This has a 7-speed gear on it. I mean, it works so good. This is a very good tractor. I'm going to show you though. That is the problem with this original carburetor. The float bowl got froze. So I tried to start it and it just collapsed on itself. And it needs a new belt, of course. But it does have twin blades on the deck. Tires still hold air. Good C-channel frame is still there. This has to be. I might have to replace this with something or build a new one. Exhaust is kind of loose, but it has the chain drive steering. But you see, I keep the engine nice, covered up. Tractor stays covered up all the time. I think it was about a year or two ago, I got it out, and I spent about 50 pulls on that engine before I actually got started. I dumped gas on the carb and everything to get it started, and everything is perfect. I will try to rebuild the original carburetor. That's probably why it doesn't want to run too good, but I will try to rebuild the original one. See if I have a float. The pin is good. I believe I forget what it's called. But it seems pretty good, nice and loose. When I bought this tractor, I knew nothing about these. A guy, I offered him $50 for it. This tractor, $50. He had no idea what he had. You know, steering and everything is tight. Tie rod. It has suspension on it for how it's a 1965. It has the original 8-horse engine. It is good. But that's all I have to show for you guys today. So, you know, keep safe and don't get into any trouble. Talk to you guys tomorrow.